What's going on, man?
What's going on, dude?
Uh, finally hitting the weekend and having a beer.
Fuck yeah. I got the whole weekend off for the first time in, like, since I moved, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, I work at a grocery store, so we don't really get weekends, but
Yeah.
got took this weekend off to like a horror movie convention, like 20
That's
minutes
sick.
from. It's like an outdoor horror movie convention, so
Okay.
that's Sunday, and then they're doing, like, in conjunction with it, they're doing like a double feature of Peep Show and The Fog at like this old movie theater in town. So
Hell yeah, dude. Those are two of my favorites.
yeah, dude. I've
Anything
only
from
seen The
horror
Fog
movies.
a couple times. Yeah, dude. I mean, The Thing's my favorite movie ever. So I got the big ass thing tattoo.
Nice.
But
Uh,
yeah, Creep Show was like one of my first favorite horror movies. Like that was
Word.
you
Man.
got me.
See.
Michael.
Yeah, there he is. I thought I saw him pop in here.
Yeah, Michael.
uh,
Ah,
already got a question from somebody too. Somebody's
what's up?
asking. Someone's asking when the new is dropping.
We're recording drums in 2 weeks, I think.
Okay.
And then and then the 2 weeks after that, there's like John's got something going on because like we're only doing it on weekends,
Mm-hmm.
so like it should be out. I'm gonna say like probably early next year. Probably everything's been like pushed back.
Oh,
Like
really?
yeah, we like we had something we recorded in like July of last year that's not coming out until October of this year because of delays. So,
We're not allowed to talk about what that is, are we?
um, it's something. It's something. Relapse hit us up last year to
Okay.
do something for their 30th anniversary, and so we were like, oh, that'll be cool. So we recorded a little something, and we were like, oh, let's just do a digital release, and they were like, actually, let's put it out on vinyl, and we were like, okay, that's
Okay.
cool.
Sick.
So,
Okay. Well, I won't. I won't try to
I wasn't
spill
on
anything.
Wi-Fi, I think.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't know what I can and can't say about it. Austin may have spilled the beans about it on some other podcast, but I'm not gonna risk being the guy. So, but
Fair enough.
I don't know who says
Just
what no
everybody.
more.
Uh,
Yeah,
ev- everybody knows there's something coming.
there's something coming.
Uh,
Just a little something.
yeah.
But yeah, that's
Just tell us if there's gonna be aliens on the new stuff.
there's there's oh yeah there's all kinds of aliens and shit on the new album. Yeah, it's a
What? In other words, would Trey Azagthoth approve?
oh yeah there's a
Okay.
this yeah the new shit is like there's some parts that are more like morbid, more Trey than like the most morbid part on Realms. Like
Okay.
there's yeah it's the new shit's shaping up to be like more like gateways, but also it's the fastest stuff Outer Heaven's ever done. Like
Hell yeah.
it's it's straight like when I was like on Realms I only wrote like 3 songs. I think I wrote What Lies Beneath, uh, and 2 other ones I don't remember the names of. I don't, dude. If you put a gun to my head and said name all the songs on Realms, I would be able to tell you. Like I know, I still know them by like I still know them like by the working titles. But this one, I have a lot more writing credit because I came in pretty late to the game on Realms, but this is like it's a lot thrashier than Realms because that's kind of what I grew up on. I'm like in high school, dude. I was all thrash, like so. It's like fucking Gateways meets Demolition Hammer, kind of is like what I would call it.
I'd fuck with that.
It's
Dude.
fast.
Yeah. Dude, Demolition Hammer and like Rigor Mortis. That's my jam.
Yes.
Like,
Yo,
as far
Dark
as-
Iron Games. That's my boy.
Nice.
That's my boy, Dark Iron Games. The best page on Instagram. Go follow Dark Iron Games.
I can't remember if I followed them or not.
Oh, bro, 10 scoops.
Uh, somebody, there it is. Josh on here. He comes on almost all of these.
Yeah.
I don't know if you caught it. He was like, "Do you have any guests that aren't related to you?"
It's all good. We all look the same.
Yeah. When I had Michael on a couple weeks ago, everybody was like asking if we were brothers or some shit.
I stole my girlfriend's ring light, and I just went to move my camera, and it fell out of the thing.
Oh, okay. I just bought one.
Shout out to my girlfriend, Emily. I know she's in the chat right now. Thanks for letting me borrow your ring light. I don't know what I'm doing. There we go.
Oh well, it's all good.
Yeah.
Well, shit, man. You sent me a little video or whatever ahead of time. You got some guitars handy?
Oh, I got this one. My little
Okay.
it's a 2000 USA made ST3 BC Rich.
Okay.
This is my E standard little shredder. Learning all my Andy LaRocque solos. I'm
Nice.
trying to get my lead chops up for the album because there was really one guitar solo on Realms, and it was done by Josh from Suffering Hour, and
Okay. That's
and so
wonderful.
now this one is like there's not a solo in every song, but there's probably more than half the songs have guitar solos. We've got some like insane guest solos too that we're getting. One that is confirmed that I don't know if I can talk about, but it's a legend, straight up a legend that may or may not be watching right now. Maybe.
I just saw it. If it's who I'm
Well,
thinking, it's one of my top 3 favorite guitar players, hands down.
yeah, yeah.
So,
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
All right.
So
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Okay.
yeah, that's cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So and I it was just supposed to be a guest solo, just a single guest solo from that person, and then they were like, "Oh, actually, we're gonna have this person on this part, and you're gonna be trading guitar solos with them, like Demolition Hammer style." And I was just like, "Fuck me, man!" Like, I was like, "All right, fine." So now, dude, the whole every single day, I'm just like, I mean, not every single day, but every single time I'm able to like pick up the guitar, it's just like I'm just working on my lead chops. Because the new album, it's like it's full of leads, it's full of solos, it's shredded. So
Hell yeah. Hey, if there's ever been a time to build up your chops, it's been this past year or whatever.
oh yeah, man, absolutely.
I mean, I've even been doing the same thing. You ever follow that one YouTuber, Berendt? He's an Austrian dude.
No, I'm sure I've seen him pop up in my like recommended videos.
Skinny guy, like long dreads.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Dude, he's got some really good like theory and technique stuff on there. You'd probably dig it.
I'm a big fan of Uncle Ben Eller. I watch his stuff a lot.
Me too.
He's the man. He's the man. But Barrick, I'll check him out because I definitely could use all the help I can get. I've been learning like like not even like metal stuff to get my chops up. I've been learning like some like Larry Carlton, Steely Dan solos. I just bought like a Chinese like ES335 knockoff.
Oh yeah.
And so I've just been like learning like Larry Carlton, Steely Dan solos. I learned the intro solo "Don't Take Me Alive" by Steely Dan, and then next on my list is Kid Charlemagne because that's like the best guitar solo ever. And but and then I've been listening to a lot of Toto, trying to learn some Steve Lukather solos. And
Absolutely. Got
the
to.
dude, and it's not even a Toto song, but the guitar solo to "Running with the Night" by Lionel Richie is by Steve Lukather, and it's one of the best solos. Like, oh my god, it's just fucking awesome.
Dude, he's one of those guys. He's kind of like Brent Mason.
Yeah.
Where they're on every freaking record.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Because I knew Toto was the backing band on like Thriller and all these huge records, but I was just like listening to whatever the second Lionel Richie album's called, and that song came on, and the guitar solo started, and I was just like, I know this style. I didn't look or Google it. I was just like, I know this style, and I was talking to my coworker Adam about it 2 days ago, and he's like, who does that guitar solo? I was like, I bet it's Steve Lukather. I was like, I bet it is. He was on all those albums, and it was. That guy's a fucking maniac. And then of course I'm like looking up like Sterling by Music Man, like Luke guitars, his signature guitars. I'm like, damn, I need a Steve Lukather guitar. I've been listening to so much Steve Lukather, but no, I got too many.
Yeah. They are sick. I've looked at them too, or at least like to throw his like pickup set in a guitar.
Yeah.
Somebody was asking about that YouTuber. It's Bernt. It's weird. It's spelled like Bernt, like BERNTH. Sorry, somebody was asking about that. I don't want to go
good.
But what is name three like top three guitar solos? Like any genre.
Okay, Forbidden, Through Eyes of Glass. That is the first guitar solo I ever heard. That was like, whoa, like holy shit, like that was like, oh, and it just doesn't stop. It just keeps going, and like you think it's over, and then it's just like, no, he's sweeping, and then no, and it's got these fucking like insane little licks in it. That's just so cool. It's Glenn Avalace. I don't think it's Craig Lassiter. I think it was Glenn Avalace from Forbidden. And then second one is the whole like 2-minute, 3-minute section in the middle of Power Slave by Iron Maiden, where it gets like, you know, the chill vibey part, and then it's just like Dave Murray's just like hitting these tasty licks, and then it builds up into just like one of the most epic guitar solos like ever, dude. And that's Iron Maiden's my favorite band of all time, number one, like since I was 8 years old. Like that's never changed. That's it.
Nice.
And then number 3 it would be track 3 on Conspiracy. It's Lies, or is it The Wedding Dream by King Diamond? That solo. Also, it's one of those, Lies or The Wedding Dream. I can't remember, but it's track 3. It's like the solo. It's like the third solo. It's like 3/4 way through the song. It's fuck. And then also, honorable mention to Like Hell by Loudness. That guitar solo shreds. Loudness rules.
Hell yeah, a lot more throwback kind of solos.
Yeah. That's. I mean, I grew up on Iron Maiden, Forbidden. Like I remember like listening to Iron Maiden and like Wasp and Judas Priest and shit with my dad, and then my dad took me to Sam Goody at the Cherry Home Mall and bought me Forbidden Evil by Forbidden and like No Exit by Fate's Warning, and like and Never Never Land by Annihilator. I could throw
Ooh,
I could throw the Fun Palace by Annihilator into my top solos too.
Jeff,
Um,
Jeff Waters is a badass.
Dude, Jeff Waters is like the best thrash guitar like lead player, and his style is just like so unique and
Yeah.
like so yeah. Beer Bongzilla wants to know what kind of tube. The answer is the boob tube. I love watching TV. That's 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 Ray, who used to play bass in Outer Heaven. He's
Okay, that's cool. Fun Palace for the win.
Oh, what's up, Billy? Oh, and my boy PP Rowe is in the house too. That's my OG drummer of my old band Castle Freak, Acts of the Unspeakable.
It's a sick band name, by the way.
It's a good band name. That was it was and then that we had Pierce, and then that band broke up, and then we got it back together with Ben and Sebastian, who's now in Exhumed and was from Noisem and stuff like that.
Okay, that's
So,
cool.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
those are. I've known Sebastian since like I was like 16 or some shit like that.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Got any other guitars you want to show off?
Oh yeah, of course I do. Let's see. Speaking of being the big Iron Maiden simp that I am, I got this guy. 1981 Ibanez Destroyer 2.
Dude.
It's not the red one that Adrian Smith was always used to play, but it is the Sunburst one with the dot inlays like Dave Murray played in the Beast Over Hammersmith 82 live video during Hallowed Be Thy Name. So, yeah. I got this one.
Forever.
Dude, this guitar has a lot of history. It was my uncle Tom's, and he moved out of my grandmom's house. This is my mom's brother. He moved out of my grandmom's house, his mom. My dad moved in with her. My dad moved into my mom's mom's house after they broke up. It was very strange. But my grandmom found this guitar in like a closet and was like, I'm just gonna throw this out. Do you want it? And my dad was in like bands in like the 80s and stuff like that. He's a big metalhead. Like he was like, fuck no. Like give me that. And it was just in his attic for years. And when I got into Maiden, like my first guitar he bought me was a little black and white Yamaha Strat copy that looked just like the one that Dave Murray used to play. And I was like, I went up to his attic and I found this and I was like, holy shit. And it had no bridge. It had like no, like the electronics were all fucked. And it just kind of sat in disrepair for years until like we just got some dude to fix it up. And it has been like my most prized possession ever since. Like I gotta get it fixed back up, but this is like it's like all original except for like the tailpiece and one knob. Other than that, it's like totally stock original. It's just got like some sort of mojo that like I can't explain. It's just so cool. And the Iron Maiden connection obviously for me is the big thing. That's the best. What else do I got?
That one's probably gonna stay at home, isn't it?
Yeah, this is not an Outer Heaven guitar. This is a stay at home, and I just look at it every once in a while. I'm like, damn, this is fucking cool. Let's see. Something a little more pointy. How about that, huh? I mean, that's pretty pointy, but.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, this is the fucking Warlock Gunslinger combo. Like it's early '90s. I think it's Korean made. Pretty sure it's like post like after Class X, started making the BC Rich stuff.
Yeah.
So not an NJ. that I know. It doesn't say NJ. It's got the old NJ shaped headstock, but these things are weird, man. It was there was two of these on Reverb when I bought it, and one was it was the green one, and then for like $50 less, there was a red Crackle one, signed by all of LA Guns, and I was like right on the front too. I was like, fuck. I was like, I'll pay this extra $50 to not have the signature on it.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, that's fucking whack. Like, if it was on the back, maybe, but I was like, either red or the green, and I was like, I don't really want this. I was like, I don't really want to have to take nail polish over this thing and get the Sharpie off of it. So I bought the green one, and I think it's sick. It's Joe Balaguer from Balaguer Guitars set it up, and it's got his Balaguer Feral pickup in it. Dude, I didn't realize. I just bought a house, and it's straight up 3 minutes away from the Balaguer Guitars like headquarters.
Oh wow!
Because yeah, John's been taking his stuff to Balaguer for a while, and he's got a couple Balagers as well, and they've known each other, I guess. And John asked me to drop off his. He just bought a white, like, I think it's an '87 or an '88 USA ST3. It's sick as fuck. And he was like, "Hey, can you like drop this off to him?" So I texted Joe Balaguer, and I was like, "Yo, what's the address to the shop?" And he sent it to me, and I was like, "All right, cool." And I put it in my GPS, and it was like 3 minutes, and I was like, "Oh fuck, okay." That was like, "You're right around the damn corner." So, yeah, it was he's a nice guy.
Fuck yeah!
Trying to get one of the Balagers soon.
Shout out real quick to Michael Klein and the Outer Heaven page joined on here. I'm an idiot. I forgot that we were going to do this from the Outer Heaven page.
Oh shit!
I didn't even think about it.
I didn't even realize that it wasn't on the Outer Heaven page. I just want to say, Michael Klein is one of my best friends. I've never met him, but he is the nicest, kindest man I've ever met. Talk to him every day. He's the coolest, and he makes the best pedals on the planet. I'm a big simp for Michael Klein. Just gonna say that. He's a hunk. I love him. Also, he just got a robot foot installed today, so I hope he's feeling good.
Is that what that was? Okay.
Yeah.
I was checking on him earlier. He said he had surgery for an injury. Didn't know what. So
yeah. Yeah, he's a cybernetic organism. Yeah, he's a living tissue over metal endoskeleton. So.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Speaking of which, I got my beautiful MWK painkiller in this lovely magenta that he was like, so like I have this guitar right here. This is one of my babies. I love it. It's 84 NJ Mockingbird. It's just the cheap bolt-on one, man, but it's got the 5150 on it. I gotta have it. Yeah, it's I love this thing. I played it in Outer Heaven for like a while, but with the quad, like it doesn't really intonate like exactly like I think how it should. Yeah. Like with such the low tuning, and dude, I have it strung up with 13 to 74 strings. It's ignorant. It's ignorant in A sharp. It's like a boat. It's like sailboat rigging, dude. It's stupid. But it's still, with those thick strings, it still just doesn't quite intonate. So like, I definitely can't play it to record. Like practicing and like writing, it's sick. But like, I never ever want to get rid of it. It's just got so much mojo. I wrote every riff that I've written for the new Outer Heaven album on this guitar. But I got this, and Mike Klein sent me a link to this magenta Mockingbird, and I was like, dude, you have to buy it. It's the exact same guitar as this. I was like, put magenta in it. And he was like, yeah, I think we're gonna do it. And so we did it, and he got it, and he's like, dude, I fucking love this thing. Like, he's like, thank you for like convincing me to pull the trigger. And when I commissioned him for this painkiller, which was my first pedal from him, he was just like, he was like, what color do you want it? And then I was just like, dude, like you choose. Like I don't care. I was like, whatever you like, you make the pedal that you want to make, you know. And so he got this magenta, the same color as his Mockingbird, as like a little bit to be like, hey, like you convinced me to get this, and you know I love it. And so he made this pedal same color. It's really rad. It's awesome, and I love it. Literally, just it gives this through a JCM 800 is the neck rot tone, like, and it's so sick. And I was like, awesome. I love that tone, but like, and even for like, you know, less death metal-y stuff, like thrashy stuff, this is like the perfect overdrive pedal. This is the best overdrive pedal I've ever used. But I got a Chrysa Grimm distortion from him that I've been running through my 800, and it's just, it crushes, dude. It's fucking, oh.
I got one of those too.
Oh, dude, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
I think I've shared it with you. It's like the neon green, black and white one.
Yeah. I have that's like kind of the same. I have the Lonely Ghost in like the neon green with the silver faceplate with the black.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it's.
I've been trying to go with like a typo negative theme for all the builds he's doing for me.
I got the green Lonely Ghost as like, you know, like a tribute to like where the slime live, you know. Like, I got the slime green, but then for the Chrysa Grimm, I was like, I listened to a lot of White Snake self-titled, so I got it white with the gold faceplate with the black numbers. That is, in my opinion, it's the coolest looking pedal like I ever made. I just like I'll just be like at practice, like before we even start playing, I'll just like look down at it and I'm like, damn, that's fucking tight. Like, because White Snake self-titled, John Sykes, one of the best albums ever, has some of the meanest riffs ever. So that is yeah. Dude, I barely like. I mean, I listen to a lot of death metal, but like mostly lately it's been like White Snake, Dokken, fucking Iron Maiden, Judas Priest. So yeah, John Sykes is a god.
We made
John Sykes almost played guitar in. He got offered the gig to play for Dio when Vivian Campbell got it, and he got offered the gig to replace to take the to be the Jakey Lee guy. Apparently, when Jakey Lee got hired as Ozzy's guitar player, they were considering John Sykes, but he chose to join Thin Lizzy instead. Which Thin Lizzy, my second favorite band of all time. So,
hell yeah.
That's I didn't know that. I was just I was watching some John Sykes videos and I found that out and I was like, damn, that guy's so good. But like you turn down Ozzy, man. Like you turn down Ozzy to do Thin Lizzy. Like that takes some balls. But like fuck, you turn down the Ozzy gig. Like, but I can understand. I think going from Randy Rhoads to John Sykes would be even more of a jump than Randy Rhoads to Jakey Lee.
Yeah, I can see that.
What else? What else do I got? Good little old school. I just bought this shit because I was like, I have like this thing. I love white guitars. And I was like buying, just like I got that white Mockingbird. I got a white Strat, and then I bought this thing. It's a Crackle, Crackle Charvel 375 with the fucking like toothpaste or whatever they call it logo. It's just so sick. And I was like, oh, this is gonna be my new Outer Heaven guitar. And then I got it and it came set up in E flat, and I was like, I can't put this. This guitar it wasn't meant to be played in any tuning but E flat, dude. It's just like playing like all the Demolition Hammer riffs and like the old Deicide and Altars riffs. It's just like it's so perfect for that. It's just like I was just like I was gonna tune it down to A sharp, and I was like, playing it, and I was just like, I think I'll just keep it in E flat. I got enough. I got enough guitars in A sharp. I'm out of the band apparently.
I saw that.
If anybody wants to play guitar in Outer Heaven, you have some pretty below average size shoes to fill. So.
Well, sorry about your luck, man.
Yeah, whatever. Live stream with Zach Carter, free agent.
Exactly.
Oh, they said psych. All right, never mind.
John Sykes. Sorry.
Yeah, John Sykes. That was good.
No, it wasn't. Don't humor me.
Yeah, man. This is my riffing room. I just bought a house, so I'm like, but I got all my shit, yeah. I just put all my shit in the attic because I was like, oh, cool. This room's shaped really cool, and then I realized that I just bought a house built in 1900, and I came up one day and the attic was 105 degrees and all my guitars are up here, and I was just like, oh fuck, my fretboards are gonna fall off if I don't do something. So I've got this air conditioner running at all times basically. Probably just to get it cooled down. I'm gonna try just running it during the daytime now that it's kind of somewhat cooler in here than it was, but it's yeah, man.
Our house is kind of the same way. The upstairs, it's we got AC and everything, but the upstairs was built after the fact, so it gets crazy hot up there. Yeah, you all right?
I was turning my brightness up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was turning my brightness up because I was trying to see what that poster was on the wall behind you.
Oh. See the Mankind mask.
oh yeah. I love Mick Foley, man. That's my dude. That's my I'm very broken up about New Jack's passing. That's really that one really fucked me up. So, but
I was a little late. I don't know. I was a little late getting in on New Jack specifically, because I like all the ECW stuff, but I basically have to kind of go back and watch a lot of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't know. I heard a mix of things about New Jack. It was still sad either way, but
yeah. No. New Jack as a person.
Yeah. Okay.
Questionable at best. But dude, okay, so my way of getting into wrestling was my dad. I used to go to my dad's house on the weekends, and we'd stay. I'd stay up super late, whatever, and we would watch ECW. And my dad was like, no, my dad was like, no, I don't watch the WWF, the WCW. My dad only watched ECW. That was the only wrestling my dad watched, because he was like, nah, all that other stuff's corny, blah 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 blah. Which pre ECW, if you go back and watch Raw from 93, 94, that shit is unwatchably cringe, dude. It's so bad. Yeah. And so I kind of get it why he was one of those guys that was no, ECW is way more sick than WWF. So growing up, I didn't have Stone Cold Steve Austin action figures. I didn't have I didn't have that's my girlfriend, and yes, my dad does look like the lead singer of Sugar. Yeah, but yeah, he growing up, I had the ECW, the blue plastic wrestling ring, and I had the Dudley Boys, I had New Jack, I had Tommy Dreamer, I had Raven. I didn't have anybody else. I had no WWF guys. So growing up, it was all ECW for me. And so New Jack holds a special place in my heart, man. Just watching him come out, dressing the camo and just beating people with crutches and shit.
Well,
you got a little Yingling there, dude.
Yeah, man.
That's America's oldest brewery. That's
my go-to.
That's local. You're drinking Philly beer.
Yeah, yeah. Which,
I'm
which to me, I guess it's like a neighbor. You know, I'm in West Virginia, so not too far off.
where at in West Virginia?
Huntington.
Uh, is that by the Mothman?
Huh?
Is that by Point Pleasant, the Mothman?
That's maybe 20 to 30 minutes from me.
Oh, that ain't bad. I
Yeah.
I I have a story about West Virginia. When I was in college, I was like, I need an Ironbird bass. I need an Ironbird bass. Like, I need it. And so I found some guy on Craigslist. He said, Ironbird bass for trade, looking for like a new amp. And I had an orange CR120 and a 1968 Sun Serato head. And I was just like, take your pick, basically. And he was just like, I'll take the orange. I was like, okay, it's yours. So he took the solid state orange head that I got for like $400 over the Sun, the 1968 Sun head. Like, I was just like, okay, cool. And so I was like, it was like a 4-hour drive each way, and I know when like I didn't want to go drive that way by myself. It was like a weekday or some shit like that. So my mom went with me. I was just like, you want to? I was like, you want to go for a ride? And she's like, where? I was like, West Virginia, and she was just like, fucking fine. So we just like drove and listened to like some like book on tape or something like that. But it was cool. Like, got that bass from some dude in West Virginia. It was like right on the PA West Virginia border, like in the center, in like central PA. Like, we met at some RV dealership or something. I don't know.
All right.
But
Man, I'm not even familiar with that Sun amp.
it's a single channel, basically clean amp. But this is the bass I got. It's cool. It's got the Geezer Butler. Oh, it had the Geezer Butler EMGs in it. I replaced them with the Lace Rift Blasters. The dude from
Converge.
dude from Converge's ones. Because John had like a Lace endorsement when I joined Outer Heaven.
Mm-hmm.
And then so as soon as me just being like a fucking asshole, I slide into the dude from Lace's DMs like, hey man, I just joined Outer Heaven. What's up? And he's like, well, you have to be in the band for like a year before I'll send you free stuff. And I was like, all right. He's like, well, but I'll give you like a discount. I was like, fucking whatever. I just want new pickups, like whatever. So I got these and a set of. Oh, and I got a Rift Blaster jazz pickup for something. I don't even.
Oh,
It's still in the box.
I didn't know they made a jazz pickup.
Sorry, no, not the Rift Blaster, the Man of War. The Man of War jazz pickup. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I meant.
Oh, okay.
These are Rift Blasters, and I got the Man of War pickup for something that I never even put it in. So.
Oh.
But.
I mean, everyone loves those things. But.
This is so when I joined Outer Heaven, I originally played bass.
Mm-hmm.
They asked me to play bass for one show. It was opening for Nails, Toxic Holocaust, Gate Creeper, and Full of Hell at Union Transfer in Philly. And because their bass player like couldn't make it, I was like, fuck yeah, like, you know, Castle Freak had just broken up for the second time, and I was like, yeah, sure, like, yeah, I'll do it. And then so I played this for the first couple shows, and these pickups sound fucking awesome. It was a great sounding bass. It's very long. It's not the most. These basses are pretty cumbersome.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But imagine the cases are ridiculous for them.
Dude, I had to get a case from Rondo Music. It's not a fitted case. It's just like an open square, like rectangle case that like they use for their Explorers and their Flying V's, and it's like oversized. It is straight up like it's as tall as me. It's like it's ridiculous. It's It's the biggest case I've ever found, but it fits this bass perfectly. So I was blown away, and it's like a cheap Chinese case from Rondo Music, so it was like $60, and I was like, fuck it. But
Whatever
yeah,
works.
it's the only case I've ever been able to find that would fit an Ironbird bass. So.
Well, if anyone out there is looking for one, there you go.
If anyone's out there is looking for one, hit me up because I'm thinking of selling it with the case because I don't play bass anymore. So plus I have other B series basses that I play more than this. So I have uh, this neck through NJ with the wood cap on the headstock. It says the black headstock, and 4-digit serial number, which is unique because every other NJ bass that has the printed serial number, most of them have the 5-digit, which I think means that this is like one of the first NJ basses, like NJ Mockingbird basses, like made after they switched from calling it BC Rico, which became the NJ series. And I bought this while I was taking a shit at work on the Guitar Center used website because I needed it. I was like, I'm going to the bathroom, and they were like, okay. And I went and I bought this bass for like $400 on Guitar Center used. I was like, and I got it, and I looked at the back of the headstock, and I was like, that's weird. And I did some research, and I'm pretty sure that just means it's like from the original run of NJ basses, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome, dude.
I what's up?
Oh, I was gonna say you can find really killer deals on the Guitar Center used site, but
Yeah,
I'll never buy from them again, like ever. Period.
dude, it's a nightmare. It's a fucking nightmare, dude. I bought the Jackson DK2M, the old Japanese made one, the white with the maple fretboard with the black shark fin inlays.
Yes.
It's with the maple headstock too.
Yeah. Super
sick guitar. I bought one of them on the Guitar Center used website, and and so I got it. I went there, and it said like comes with a hard shell case, and I show up, and I got it delivered to the Guitar Center by my dad's house actually, because I was just gonna go pay him a visit. And I pop in and I get it, and I was like, this feels a little light. I was like, you mind if I open it here? And I open it, and they were like, I was like, where's the case? And they were like, there is no case. I was like, well, the listing said it comes with a case. And so the manager was just like, take whatever case you want. And I was like, whatever case I want, huh? And so, of course, I took, like, the fucking most expensive Gator flight case, like, and he was just like, have fun, see you later. And I was like, thanks, man. And so I get it home, and I look at it, and it had been repaired pretty well, but you could see that the entire headstock at one point had been snapped in half and then repaired. And I was just like, come on. Like, you can put that, like, in the listing or, like knock it off, knock some off the price at least. Like, you could say that it was broken and then fixed. I was pissed. So that was the last thing I bought off Guitar Center used. And I returned it, and I bought that Crackle Charvel that I was telling you about, that I showed you, with the money, which I think was way sicker than that Jackson. But I just wanted a white Super Strat, preferably with a maple fretboard, but I found this Charvel, and I was like, that's it.
So. That's something else on my list. White shredder guitar with the maple neck and board.
Oh, so sick. Yeah, that's I just love a white shredder guitar, man. There's something about it. Like I got like a cream Strat with a maple fretboard, which is cool, and then I got my white Mockingbird. It's just like there's something I like. I like playing white guitars live. I think it looks real cool under like the lights and stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
As long as it looks cool, that's really all that matters. Like how it plays, how it sounds like. That's also that's all. That's the afterthought for me. It looks
Yeah.
cool. That's what I care about. Yeah,
If it has a
and this.
decent, if it's got a decent neck, I can get by with a lot.
Oh yeah, I'm just talking shit. There's some things, man. Like too much neck dive is unforgivable for me. I had this black NJ Ironbird that I almost got banned from BC Rich Junkies because of on Facebook
Mm-hmm.
that I had to sell because the neck dive was just so bad. It hurt my whole arm playing it live. Like I had to hold it up. The neck dive was just so atrocious. The neck was like so heavy. I just couldn't play it. Like it made my carpal tunnel fucking backed up, so I had to sell it. But yeah, that guitar. Somebody posted it in BC Rich Junkies, like, hey, it's at this pawn shop in Florida, and some guy was like I'm calling dibs on this guitar. Like one of my friends is going to pick it up for me tomorrow, whatever. And so I called the pawn shop that night, and I was just like, yo, mail me this guitar. Like it was like $150 for an NJ, black NJ Ironbird, like an 86 or 80. No, it must have been an 87 or an 88 because that a Floyd. So I think it was like an 88 because I think 86 they only use Kaler. But it was a black NJ Ironbird with a Floyd for $150, and I was just like, hey, I want to buy this guitar. Like, can I just like give you, my credit card number over the phone and you mail it to me? And they were like, well, it's like pretty beat up. Like I'd really prefer you come see it in person. I was like, listen, it's like a 35-year-old guitar. Like I know what I'm getting into. Like I want it. Please mail it to me. He goes, oh, you seem to know a lot more about this than I do. And I was like, I do. Just please, just send me, just mail me the guitar. And he was like, okay, well, it's gonna be like $100 for shipping. I was just like $250 for an NJ Ironbird. Like fuck it, take my money,
Right.
And so the next day, the guy commented on his post on the post on. Sorry, my phone almost died. He was like, some fucking guy fucking stole this guitar up from under me. He's like, you're a scumbag. I said I had dibs, blah, blah, blah. And then I posted a picture of it, like, when I got it. And the guy commented, he was like, fuck you! Fuck you! Like, that was supposed to be mine. And he tried to get me banned from the Facebook group. I was like, dude, you're a nerd. You're a fucking dork.
Almost spit my beer. That was awesome.
Speaking of beer, I'm sipping on this Hidden River Cerebral Distortion, Outer Heaven collaboration beer. A little product, a little shameless plug for you.
I was gonna ask you all about it eventually, but cool. That worked. That was a nice, smooth little transition there.
Yeah, man. I'm a smooth operator,
It's like, boy, it sure is hot up here.
Yeah.
I've got a nice cold. What was it? What's it called?
Cerebral distortion.
Yeah.
Good thing I've got my cerebral distortion double India Pale Ale.
That's awesome.
I'm glad to see everybody in the chat's on my side about this.
Yeah, exactly. Shout out to Rob Calhoun, by the way. He runs Arachnid Cabinets. If you haven't seen his stuff, his build.
I have. It looks sick as fuck.
Oh shit! There's Kyle.
Kyle, I love Kyle. Kyle's a man. All my homies. all my homies in one chat. Oh, the Gamer Girl bathwater. I'm fresh out of Gamer Girl bathwater. I drank it all. Usually I switch and spit, but I woke up in the middle of the night and I was parched. That's all I had. Kyle, that's the riff master of New York State. Number one.
We had him on last week. I have no perception of time anymore.
Dude, me neither. It's like all the days are just turning into each other. I understand.
I work night shift and then I stay up all day with my two boys. So I just am kind of floating through the ether constantly.
That's I get it.
Let's see here. I have a list of questions.
Shoot, let's hear 'em. I'm gonna.
Like
You can ask.
like a loose outline more than anything.
I got you. You can ask. I will answer. I promise. I am just. I'm gonna rearrange some shit so I can keep my phone plugged in because I want to keep talking.
Cool.
So I'm just gonna put you right
Cheers,
there. Cheers, fella.
Yeah. So, what's your Outer Heaven live rig gonna look like whenever you guys finally get out there?
So it's gonna be Jackson, probably. I know. Spoiler alert. It's not BC Rich. I've been playing my dude. I keep going back and forth like between playing like the solo like BC Riches and then I'll play my soloist. I've got this X Series soloist that I traded Steve from Scorched. Actually traded it to me for an old Warlock, and I just fucking love it, man. Every time I pick it up, I'm like it's so stupid though. Like the reason I stopped playing it was was that I had so many guitars, I straight up broke a string on the soloist, and I was just like so lazy about restringing it that I just played a different guitar, and it has a Floyd on it, and I was like, I'll just play the Walkingbird because I don't want to change the strings on a Floyd. And then I was like, I got that bitch. I got a 90s JE series bitch off Reverb a little bit ago, and I was playing it, and I was just like, there's some guys I'm not really dealing with, and I was like, I'm going to try thinner strings because I was playing 13 to 74, and I was like, let me try these 12s. So I got a pack of Mammoth Slinkies, went down to 12s, and I was like, well, the soloist needs to do strings, so let's throw it on there, and I was playing it, and I was like, fuck, man, like, what have I been doing? I've been fucking up. So I've been playing the Jacksons a lot more. I have Joe Balaguer has my pardon my getting shit reconfigured. There we go. Am I charging? Yeah, we're charging. Here we go. Shout out to Jess from the Wegmans Cheese Shop in the chat. I see you. I've got this USA Warrior that Joe Balaguer has that I've had for a couple of years, and I love it. So
Yeah.
He's got that. I'm trying to get it fixed back up. It was like I didn't play it for a while, and I gave it to him, and I got it back, and like the Floyd was still a little like wonky. Like it was like if I pulled up on it, it would get stuck at C. Like my A sharp would be stuck at C, and then if I pushed down, the A sharp would be stuck at A. And it was like I could feel like the bridge kind of like making a popping sound and kind of coming away from the body. I think it's just too much friction, but I didn't want to fuck with it. Like I had him set it up because I was changing string gauges, and like I was just like, hey, set this up for me. So I took it back to him. He's gonna get it all fixed up for me. But he said it could be a number of things. But 10 to 56. I was taking my guitars to this other guy to get set up, and he was like, "Well, if you want your guitars to intonate properly, like I recommend these string gauges." And I was like, 13 to 74. I was like, that sounds stupid, but fine. And, I was actually playing, like, my Mockingbird's only at 24 3/4 inch scale length, so it actually kind of works with something like that. Like, if you're playing, also, I have my Explorer, which is a Gibson, so it's 24 3/4, and my, so all my 24 3/4 inch guitars, the 13 to 74 is not that bad. It's not that weird. But
Yeah.
then when I try and string up a 25.5 inch scale guitar with 1374s, it's like trying to bend. It's just like it makes your fingers bleed. It's like I can't, it's so yeah. 56 that's a little thin for me. Like, but so I'm trying to. The only reason I have the 74 still on there now is because I um didn't feel like ordering single strings, and I had a bunch of 74s left over from I was getting 3 packs of 13 to 74s from Stringjoy custom sets a month, and then because we were supposed to do a bunch of touring last year
Yeah.
that was supposed to be fucking sick, and then that didn't happen. So now I've got so many strings left over.
How do you like the string joys, by the way?
Dude, they they're awesome strings. They last forever. Um, they they feel nice. The only reason I was really started using them was because I needed these wacky gauges that like this guy told me I needed, and I was just like, okay, like
Hmm.
you're the expert. I don't know. I just play the riffs, you know. And but yeah, Kyle, that is what I'm looking for. Is 13 to go 12 to 68. I don't know what you guys tune to, but we're drop A sharp, and I've been looking to go 68, but right now I'm 12 to 74 because I just had a bunch of 74 sitting around, and it feels okay. It's fine. 74 is yeah. I play like a fucking asshole, dude. So I can't really have too thin of a string because uh, it'll be like too floppy, I guess.
Yeah.
So
I have a 7 string that I had to kind of experiment with to get because it's just like one of the cheaper RG 7 strings,
yeah,
and for one thing, I had to pull the saddle almost all the way back to the bridge, just to get that a little bit more tension and better intonation.
yeah.
And for a while, I was using the Ernie Ball 8 string sets and just not
Okay.
using the bottom string,
Yeah.
which I think it's like an 80.
That's a little much.
But and I'll go between B standard or drop A.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy, but it's like 10 to 64,
Okay.
I want to say, and it's like a 25.5. But I've been meaning to swap out. Next time I change strings on it, I want to try these out. I got 2 packs, one to keep, one to use. That Jesus, hang on. There's like a guitar pick in there. It's a Carl
Is that an
Sanders.
8?
That is 8 to 70.
Jesus.
8 to 70. 7 string.
Get the fuck out of here with your 8-gauge string.
If it's good enough for Yngwie and Carl Sanders.
Yeah, you're right. But anyway, my live rig, probably a Jackson.
Sorry.
Probably it's hey man, I caused the tangent. That's my bad. So it's Jackson Soloist. Right now, the one I have is a Dimebucker in it, which I'm not really a fan of. But probably gonna put a Super Distortion in there, or a Black Winter, which is what I have in my Warrior. But that into my signal path right now is tuner into Chris Ingram overdrive into phase 90, and then in the loop I have my small clone chorus and the Lonely Ghost.
Okay,
And
sick.
that is a reissue JCM 800 203 into a JCM 900 1960B straight cab, and
Oh, yeah.
that is just what I'm gonna be. using until Mike Klein, if he's still in here, makes me that amp I've been bugging him about for months.
Man, I know of one amp that he's working on right now that I'm really stoked to hear what it's going to sound
Well,
like.
he didn't tell me. He didn't tell anybody he was working on amps. I mean, he told me he told me he's going to be start working on amps, but I haven't got it.
I don't think he told me about it, but
Oh,
Sammy.
okay. Oh, Sammy. Okay, yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude,
he's working on a new Goat Whore amp.
nice.
Yeah,
He has told me a little bit. He wants to make an amp that is like just it's a JCM 800, but specifically tuned to be the ultimate JCM 800 for death metal. So I'm like, yes, please sign me up for one of them.
yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
yeah, that is like I have my 800 and that's like my dream amp, but like we've been listening to so much of like the um new Cannibal Corpse album that I'm like, I want a dual rectifier. I want a Mesa. Dude, it's so good. It's so good, man.
If I ever go to sell mine, I'll hit you up first.
Yes,
By the way,
please. Yes, please.
because I've
I
got like
will.
I've got an old Revision F2 channel.
Fuck yeah.
Um,
Please let me
like
know.
I mean, it's not a triple, but it's still. I mean, it's more than enough. It'll do corpse for sure.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
but
I never fucked around with a triple, but my friend had I had friends in high school that both had dual rectifiers, and I fucking loved them. So,
a buddy of mine, after we saw Cannibal Corpse live, he actually went and found a 2-channel, whatever revision triple,
yeah, sick.
and then he sold it in like a month. I don't know. He was like
Dude,
a gear flipper.
I'm a gear flipper, man. I
Hey, we got a question here too.
oh
This is Rob. What pickups are you wanting to try, but just don't quite want to spend the money on?
um, I'd say some bare knuckles. Honestly, like I always heard sick things about bare knuckles, but I don't really want to spend like $250 on a set of pickups. I
Right.
you know, like the ever since like high school, man, I've just heard like bare knuckle, bare knuckle, bare knuckle, and it's just like everything I've heard from them is sick. Every person that plays them, you know, their tune is fucking awesome. But you know, I can't drop like I buy guitars for that much, you know, like
Yeah.
yeah, like for pickups. I mean, like I stick with you know Seymour Duncan mostly. Um, my my knockoff AirPods keep saying battery low. It's pissing me off. But yeah, if they die, I'll steal my girlfriend's headphones. Babe, if you're watching, can you bring me your wireless headphones? Um, um,
Have
but yeah, Black Winter's usually my go-to. I had a white Black Winter in that black Ironbird I was telling you about, and I thought it looked so sick and it sounded so good. It was just so rad. Um, but
hell yeah.
that and I love Super Distortions. My Mockingbird has an old '80s Invader in it, with like the straight up like not the rounded like bolts in it. It straight up looks like a weapon. It looks like an old piece of like it looks like it was taken off like a battleship, dude. It's awesome. Like it's got these like big, deep, thick bolts on it. It's awesome. But
Nice.
yeah, um yeah, pickups like that I want to try, but I don't really spend like bare knuckles. I'm not a big EMG guy, but I'd like to try like the activators. Those are cool. Saber knuckle blackouts. I've heard really good things about. But yeah,
Hell yeah. On bare knuckle, there's an awful lot of brands out there like even like smaller builders that
Yeah,
just as much, if not less, and it's like handmade stuff here in the
yeah.
States.
Like Avidicium,
Yeah,
those guys.
Arcana
Yeah,
is Arcana, however you say
yeah,
that. Um,
yeah.
one of my friends was just telling me like he likes the instrumental SFTY pickups.
Thanks, baby. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, baby. All right, sorry, I'm back.
Yeah,
Let
woman to the
me,
rescue.
yes. Thanks, baby. Let me pop these bad boys out, and I'm gonna go blank for a second, but I'm just switching my headphones.
Okay. All right. He'll be back in a second, I guess. Anybody else have any questions while we're on here? There's so much I want to try, but test play funds are limited. I don't know. Bare knuckle seem cool, but there's other brands I think I'd try first, personally, especially for the money. Nuggets or fries? uh, fries. Why not? Shit. Same. Let me see. Hang on a second. Fishman Modern Ceramics. I've still never tried Fishman pickups. Oh, Zach's back. All right, hang on.
I'm
What
back.
up?
I'm back. Girlfriend's rescue. Thank you, Emily. I love you. Yeah. Oh yeah. Also, Fishman's. I saw guy mention that. Yeah, that definitely Fishman's. Rob, right? From Ranton?
Yeah, Rob.
Rob. I almost said Ron, but it's Rob. Okay. Um. Yeah, Fishman's are cool. Um.
Never tried one ever.
We played a couple shows with a band, and the guitar player was like all drunk one night, and he had like a Fishman endorsement. And he's like, dude, he's like, I got you, man. He's like, well, when we get home, he's like, just I'll text you, get your address, and like I'll just like send you a bunch of Fishmans. And I was just like, okay, cool. But of course, like that never happened.
Who's this?
But somebody who used to be in a band that we played with a couple of years ago. I don't really want to say who it is, but
Oh, okay.
yeah, oh yeah, man. I'll get him to send you some, like, I'm real tight with the guy. I was like, okay, that never happened. But I don't care.
Yeah.
But it was just like it was funny. Um, this is Gideon.
Oh yeah. Let's see.
Sorry, babe. The my phone's charging, and I don't have, can't use, so I can't use the corded ones. So we're stuck with this until my phone charges enough.
Is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is.
So
But yeah.
let's see here. Uh, I think I have a pretty good idea who just from listening to your music, but who, and you can give multiple musicians, but what specific musicians or bands kind of inspire you whenever you're writing or trying to shape your tone, all that? Is there anybody that you're like, you know, harken back to your teenage little Zach, where it's like I want to grow up and be just like blank or something?
I mean, like it doesn't really apply for Outer Heaven, but like I mean, like I said, Dave Murray and Adrian Smith, like Iron Maiden. Like I always try and like write catchy hooks, and like if like when I'm writing lead parts, I always try and keep it like tasteful and like which is what I'm working on now. Like usually before these past couple like weeks and months when I started really honing into my lead chops, it was all like just sounded like Kerry King nonsense
Yeah.
solos. But like as far as like death metal, man, it's Trey Azatoth and Eric Rutan, um, and Demolition Hammer. Um, you know, just like I'd definitely say like Eric Rutan as far as like um, being able to write like huge riffs and have huge tone. Like
Yeah.
he's just the master of just like writing huge shit. Like Ripping Corpse, Dream of the Dead is one of my favorite albums of all time.
Oh yeah.
Uh, Listening back on it now compared to like Hate Eternal and like Morbid stuff like that, definitely is more Sean Kelly's writing influences. I had more of a front seat in Ripping Corpse, especially like listening to Ripping Corpse and listening to Dim Mak, which is like so sick. But like as far as like tone, it's definitely like I love just that like classic like big ass tone, you know.
Yeah.
Gateway's massive, you know.
Whenever I got to see Morbid live, it was with Tucker, not Vincent.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But and there were all kinds of sick bands playing that night, and they all sounded killer. But when Morbid came on, it was almost like night and day difference. Like everything about them, like how tight they were, the tone, everything. It was like a gut punch. It was so such a. And they were even playing with Suffocation that night, and
I was gonna ask, was that the Suffocation and Revocation tour? Yeah, I
yeah,
wanted to go to that.
it was pretty good.
Yeah,
But
I yeah, that's probably like my biggest influences, Ripping Corpse and like Morbid Angel. As far as death metal, obviously like and yes, Steve Tucker, Morbid Angel over David Vincent, I will say. I love Covenant, man. Covenant is my favorite David
me
Vincent
too.
album. But dude, Formulas and Gateways and even Heretic, like Heretic, I have to like listen to like kind of sparingly because the mix and the production is so like
Yeah.
But if you listen to it loud enough, it sounds sick. That's what my our drummer Paul, he was like, man, it's real shame like the Heretic sounds like awful, but um if you listen to it loud enough, it sounds awesome. And I was like, and sure enough, I put it on in my car and I fucking blasted it, and I was like, okay, yeah, it sounds good as fuck.
I'll have to keep
But
that in mind.
yeah, the louder you listen to Heretic, the better it sounds.
Hmm.
But yeah, like as far as like little Zach, influences that I still like carry on my sleeve, it's like
Yeah.
you know, uh, Jeff Waters. Um, I can't play anywhere near like Jeff Waters, but I like to pretend,
Yeah.
I always hear like those kind of like wacky little licks he plays, like I'm like always trying to throw like something like that in my playing.
Oh yeah.
I always loved like anything with James Murphy on it, man.
Like,
Oh God, yeah.
Spiritual Healing is my favorite Death album. Cause of Death. Um, Cancer, Death Shall Rise.
Hmm.
So good. But
Didn't he also do Slowly We Rock?
I'm pretty sure he might, but I thought he was only on Cause of Death. I could be wrong.
I'm not sure.
I don't remember. I was just listening to Cause of Death, or sorry, I was just listening to Slowly Rot in the cooler at my work.
I might be getting them mixed up too. I'm bad about that, but
Yeah, it's whatever. I mean, they're both great albums, but I'm pretty sure he was just on Cause of Death. Like
it,
I don't really like remember any like there's like no lead work on Slowly Rot that like stands out to me, but like I can definitely like there are parts of Cause of Death that like the solo playing was like really so stand out that like that's always the one that I think about. That's always like
yeah.
the album I think about when I think about James Murphy. It's that and Disincarnate, James and Carrie
Oh
Incarnate.
yeah.
That album's just fucking brilliant.
Back to Hell Yeah. That's such a great album.
It's fucking
Um, all right, hypothetically, if it was Tucker that was like the cowboy hat wearing one instead of David Vincent, do you think people would still like Tucker better?
I mean, dude, Steve, okay, Steve Tucker is straight up Florida man. Like he is like yeah, I think so. Like even like I yeah, absolutely. Steve Tucker can put on a cowboy hat and come out with a fucking outlaw country album, and I would think it was the sickest shit. David Vincent, um, I don't think that it's the cowboy hat drinking with the devil country music side of David Vincent that people have a problem with. I think it's the Jenna Torturers, fucking industrial, like, uh,
I think it's just Illid.
Illa Divinum Insanus, like, part of David Vincent that, like, people have a problem with. If he,
What have you seen like Trey commenting on that album?
no.
It's he's like trying really hard not to just completely say that album sucks, but he's basically like it was like for a magazine or something maybe, or it was like a typed thing. Like it was just something I read, but he tries to like tiptoe about it as nice as you can.
Yeah.
Um, it's almost like I don't know, like Ryan Reynolds trying to say why Green Lantern didn't work or
Yeah.
something like that. Hang on a second. We had a thing here. You were talking about well, we've talked a couple times already about trying to improve on lead work and stuff like that. Is there a particular area of technique you're looking to improve?
Um, Mostly coordination between my right and left hand, and
Of course.
I have like, I have bad, I've got really bad carpal tunnel in my wrists, and I have uh, really fat little sausage fingers, and also my left hand is um, bigger than my right hand. I have some like weird, like insidious swelling going on in my left hand that nobody really knows the answer
Hmm.
to, which kind of like I just like fumble my play like my lead playing. I kind of like I kind of just like fat finger stuff like a lot. So I'm trying to like just increase like the accuracy with that. Like I have like all kinds of like problems with my hands and shit. So it's really mostly that. Um, I'd like to be able to get my sweep picking past 3 strings. I want to bring back like the 2006 MySpace sweeps, which there is a there is a solo on the second to last song on the new Outer Heaven album where it's it's my homage to like 2006 MySpace, where it's that 3 string sweep pattern back and forth, where it's the one that everybody did, and like I'm trying to reclaim that vibe for modern death metal. I think.
Oh yeah.
I think that gets a bad rap. That the little free string sweeping pattern that everybody did back in the day. I'm like, bring it back.
I never forgot it.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's. I'm trying to bring it back.
I was practicing some sweeps before we started our live stream.
Hell yeah.
But was that maybe not a
Somebody
little bit more than the 3-string, but still.
Yeah.
But
My favorite death metal album art is man, there's so many good ones. I mean, all the Dan Seagrave shit is so tight, but I'm going Dreaming with the Dead, Ripping Corpse Man. There's just something about that dude. He's levitating over that pit. He's all cut up, and he's got
which one?
fucking Dreaming with the Dead by Ripping Corpse.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. There's just something about that dude just levitating over the fucking pit. He's surrounded by skeletons, and he's got the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's tight as fuck. I'm like looking around to see like, cause I got posters and stuff going. Am I forgetting something? Yeah, that's like death metal art. It's not like the technically best artwork, but like, but also like the Seagrave shit, man. Like,
Oh, who doesn't?
Gateways, like that's just so sick.
I got a soft spot for like the really bad Photoshop looking. I don't know what program it would be, but
Like Monstrosity.
yes, that's exactly. I was going to say Monstrosity.
Yeah, I knew what you were talking about. I know what you're
Awesome.
talking about. Like that Iron Maiden Dance of Death, like awful.
Yes.
Photos.
Yes.
I know exactly. It's like those memes where it's like the bowling alley screen when you get a strike. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It reminds me of like all these cartoons, like these weird early CGI cartoons, like Beast Wars that I watched as a kid. I'm like they look so bad, but like the albums are so
Xavier
fucking
Renegade Angel, like just looks like
good.
bad, like bad PS2 graphics.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know what it. I don't know. Maybe entertainment value, but
Yeah.
like you can't really fuck with that with the early Monstrosity though. You know.
Yeah. But then it's something simple, man. Like Repulsion Horrified. I love Repulsion. That's one of my favorite bands ever. That was Repulsion Horrified, man. That's just classic, iconic imagery. And of course, Altars of Madness. Like who can forget Altars of Madness? That's maybe one of the greatest album covers, like in death metal. What else? Oh, Pestilence, Consuming Impulse.
Okay.
That might be number. That's just so. The ants and the guys.
Yeah.
So sick. And then you got the Cattle Court, dude. Tune and Mutilated. Come on.
Yeah. For like more old school, I think I would give it up to Violence.
Eternal Nightmare.
Yep. That one's sick for old school. Generally though, I think Hate Eternal and Immolation have the sickest album covers, period. Like,
see, I was just thinking strictly death metal, but you named the Thrash album, so that just opened up all the floodgates.
oh shit,
My
okay,
favorite album covers ever, like of anything.
yeah,
Peace of Mind, Iron Maiden. That's
yeah,
anything Iron Maiden, man. The Derek Riggs art, all the Ed Repka shit. Like how sick is Rust in Peace? That album cover's so tight.
Any Wasp album, any. Oh yeah, I saw.
Dude, I have a. Well, I'm plugged in, but I got my old
Okay.
Last Command poster. my whole ceiling is like
Hmm.
vintage '80s posters I got off eBay.
I got my 7-year-old obsessed with Wasp.
Dude, I was later, Rob.
Later, dude.
I might be in the market for a new cabinet soon, so maybe I'll hit you up.
Rob, hook him up.
I love gear.
Dude, it's kind of hard not to nerd out over his.
Dude, they do look sick as fuck. And I love gear, man.
The LEDs and like, dude, he was Rob, I'm going to talk about your cab. Sorry. He was telling me about
Oh,
this
man.
one really.
Oh, good, he's gone. We can talk about him.
There
I like that too.
you go. Good deal.
Dude.
That.
Dude, I was in the cooler today putting I work in the meat department of a grocery store of a
Yeah.
and it was me and my coworker listening like he likes like he always puts on like Metallica or like Alice in Chains or whatever.
Uh-huh.
So we're listening to Ride the Lightning, and then after Ride the Lightning ended, it was after we listened to Ride the Lightning, I put on Peace of Mind. And we're
Yeah.
listening to Peace of Mind, and then after that, it starts playing like random shit on Spotify. They played Shot in the Dark by Ozzy, and I just have this like premonition. I was like, it's gonna play a Wasp song next. It's just like, it's either gonna be Wild Child or it's gonna be Fuck Like a Beast, and I have to run and change the song because I'm at work. And it was Wild Child, and I was like, okay, thank God. And I was like, yeah.
Oh God.
Always
I haven't played that
always
one for
wondered-
him yet. Haven't played that one yet. He does love Wild Child. You know how 7-year-olds are. They'll like one, maybe two songs or something, but and they want to play the hell out of it.
like the album that got me into metal in general was my dad had Chris Jericho, his band Fozzy.
Yeah.
Their second album, Happenstance, it's half really mediocre originals and then half sick as fuck covers. So,
Okay.
they cover Big City Nights by Scorpions, Mob Rules by Black Sabbath,
Dude.
Free Will Burning by Judas Priest, Balls to the Wall by Accept, and then Love Machine by Wasp, and the last song is Where Evil's There by Iron Maiden, which that's the song that got me into Iron Maiden. Like the next weekend, my dad bought me Peace of Mind, but Love Machine, dude, that cover, I was like, this is badass. And I was like 8 or whatever, but yeah, that song fucking rules. Wasp is one of my favorite bands ever.
Hell yeah.
That was my first Wasp song.
Man, you mentioned Accept. I was on a big Accept kick a few months ago.
Dude.
Like, I think, no, it was longer, a few months. Whenever Lords of Chaos, the movie came out,
Okay, yeah.
and there's that one scene where they're playing Fast as a Shark, and I was like, dude, that song was sick. I need to deep dive into some Accept.
Fast as a Shark rules. Do Restless and Wild. Restless and Wild rules. But yeah,
Let's see. Kind of back on track here. What are some musical goals that you've got right now, both personally as well as with Outer Heaven?
I want to get to Europe. That was something that we like. That was.
Oh, sorry about that.
To last year, we had a. It's all good. We had had talks of this one tour in Europe that like it was just very preliminary. Like, hey, like this might happen. Like, if this happens, like we're gonna offer it to you. Like, but like both these bands have time to accept other offers, and I think they did. They made other plans that would have fallen through, but it was supposed to be Gate Creeper, Blood Incantation, and Outer Heaven in Europe, which
Wow.
fuck, But
yeah.
I'm pretty sure both those bands made other touring plans in Europe, which is understandable, like whatever. But that would have been insane. And just I just want to play more shows, put out more albums,
Right.
Maybe be able to quit my job. That'd be nice. Be able to quit retail and play guitar full time. That'd be tight as fuck. That's dream. That's been my dream since I was 8 years old, listening to
Yeah.
Iron Maiden in the bedroom playing the Troopers. So I was like, I'd like to do that. Goals for me, man, is just be able to hold my own with the person that we're getting to do guest solo on the album.
You almost let it slip, didn't you?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's I'd say that's my biggest goal, man. It's just play more shows and get Outer Heaven to be, like I think after this album, the next album comes out, it's like I think this album's gonna be the thing that takes Outer Heaven from like here to like kicks us up a notch because it's compared to Realms. I think the songwriting is like so much like more better, and the riffs are it's an intense album. Like from front to back, it doesn't let up. It's just straight up fast, in your face death metal. It's thrashy. There's like mosh parts. There's like Steve Hurdle gore guts, like skronky parts. You know, it's parts that like remind me a lot of Replicant, if you know them, that band.
I don't think so.
Dude, if you like gore guts, you need to listen to Replicant. I'm a big simp for them. I will rep them. Outer Heaven loves that band, Replicant.
Hell yeah. I'll have to check it out then.
They just put out a new single. It's very like dissonant, like just fucking like weirdo death metal. It's awesome. But, yeah.
My wife would actually probably be into that. She's real picky when it comes to death metal. She likes a lot of black metal and then anything really dissonant and ugly sounding.
Yeah. Replicant is an ugly sounding band. Yeah.
Cool.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Sick. Is there any gear that you're kind of eyeing right now, like specific, like
a door rectifier, but specifically, trying to sell my Ironbird bass and that bitch I just bought, and maybe that Crackle Warlock, if anybody wants it, to fund one of those new soloists, the Pro Series, the Rainbow Crackle with the maple fretboard.
Yeah.
There's just something, man. I just love ridiculous guitars, and the Rainbow Crackle with the maple fretboard is just like so hideous that I love it. You know, it's just so gaudy, and it just looks so 80s. That and like, yeah, that's the only one in like particular that I'm like, we're gonna try and move some gear to buy this, and like a dual rack at some point. I was thinking about like a VH140C, but then like John has one, so I want to get something different. He's been playing that a lot.
Yeah.
So I want to get something that's not a VH140C. But I mean, I love my 800. I have no problems with my 800. It sounds amazing. It's a great amp. It's the ultimate amp, you know. But I think a dual rectifier would be cool.
Okay. Yeah. Let me see. Speaking of like the newer Jackson soloists, I played one of those like swirl ones or whatever. Dude, those are absolutely killer. I mean, I wasn't excited about the Jackson pickups or whatever, but I didn't mind it at all when I plugged it in.
That's the X series. That's the same as the yellow ones I have. Dude, those are fucking awesome guitars. The X series.
Yeah.
And the Pro series is like one step above that. I was looking at the X series, like the orange and the green Crackle, but I was like, I could get a new one of them, or I could get like a used Pro series for like $100 more, maybe. I don't know. I'll try and get the one step above.
Right.
The X series is awesome.
Yeah.
Jackson makes some of the best like budget guitars out there now. Like Jackson and LTD, like good ass guitars.
I've got an LTD. I don't have a Jackson yet. I think I'm going to try to abstain from any more guitars for a while. I bought like 3 in the past year, and it was a little much for me. But I might actually sell a couple off. I might sell some stuff to pick up something that was hinted at coming out in the fall.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. We talk to the same people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I would also like one of them.
It's and knowing about the price range it's going to be at, I like, man, it's not too bad. You know what I mean?
I don't even know that much.
It was hinted, like around
Sub 1,500.
closer to around 1,000, I think.
Okay, I like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been wanting that guitar for like a long time. Like,
Right.
put something out in that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I'm not gonna say anything, but I know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah. If I end up getting one, everyone will find out. But
Yeah.
hey, by the way, you want to buy a Beast? I'm just kidding.
I don't know. You want to buy an Ironbird Beast or a Crackle Warlock or a bitch?
Well, the bitch. Oh man, I've always wanted one of those too.
The bitch is cool, man.
Ow.
It's a '90s JE series. It's just, like, I just don't.
I think I saw a picture of you with it.
Yeah. My girlfriend took a picture of it when I got it. It's I just don't. Like, you buy gear and you gel with it or you don't, and you flip it. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna keep something that I don't like see myself playing all the time. It's just sitting in its case downstairs right now. It's like,
Right.
it looks cool. It's a nice guitar. It plays nice, but it's like, I play my other guitars more. Like but I mean, there are guitars up here that I don't touch. You know, but I have them for sentimental reasons. I've got my Gibson Les Paul that I bought like fresh out of high school with like. I got my first credit card to buy that guitar. You know, like, I don't play it. But I don't play it like an Outer Heaven. You know, I'll
Right.
fuck around with it. Play some Thin Lizzy riffs on it. You know, but
That's all you need.
yeah, it's not death metal guitar. I don't play it in Outer Heaven. But
Hell yeah, dude. Well, um, I appreciate you coming on here and everything. I think we'll try to wrap this up with the question I give to everybody.
okay.
And name your personal top four. You know, like, not, you don't need to name, who you think the big four is, just like your personal four favorites in death metal.
Oh, in death metal in general. My personal favorites in death metal. So, James Murphy.
Okay.
I'm gonna combine the two guys from this band because
Fair enough.
I don't know who plays what solos on the album.
That's fair.
A newer band, dude, Skeletal Remains. That last Skeletal Remains album has the best lead playing of modern death metal, in my opinion. Those guys are fucking maniacs.
I was just talking to one of their guitar players earlier today.
Not considered dead on Instagram.
Yeah.
That guy's cool. I talked to him very briefly on Instagram. He's very cool.
Super nice.
Him and I've spoken to Chris too, the vocalist guitar player, a bunch too. He's really awesome. So
We got James. We got the Skeletal Remains dudes.
Yeah. Dave Suzuki. And death metal. I'm just gonna say, not.
Now you got to choose between, like, go ahead.
Everybody. I'm gonna throw my wild card out there because he a guitar player who is not a death metal guitar player, but recorded some of my favorite solos ever on one death metal album. That's gonna be Andy LaRocque.
Okay. Yeah.
Technically, he was on Individual Thought Patterns, so I get to include him.
Well, and Slaughter of the Soul.
Oh yeah, he did the one solo on Slaughter of the Soul.
Yeah.
But yeah, I forgot about it. He did the one on Cold. or
Yeah.
right? That song.
Yeah, Cold.
Yeah, I forgot about that one, but I mean,
Yeah, and then did that stuff too. Yeah.
yeah. So I'm gonna go into the Rook. My wild card, not on a technicality. I'm going into the Rook.
We will accept the loophole.
Okay.
It is very acceptable.
I love a loophole, but yeah. So
Somewhere out there, Trey Azagtoth is getting hurt feelings, and he doesn't know why.
well, somewhere out there, Trey hasn't talked playing with Collins, so it's fine. Have you ever seen his YouTube channel?
Trey has a YouTube channel.
Yeah, dude.
All right, I know what I'm doing as soon as we get off of here.
I will send you the link. It is.
Please do.
It's videos of him on tour and well, like old videos that he'll post from tour, and he like goes in and he has like this doll, like a Monster High doll or like a brass doll or something like that, and he like talks to the cashier at a truck stop like through this doll. It's very strange. Strange cat, amazing guitar player, super nice guy. From like the very incredibly brief interaction I've had with him, extremely brief. Super nice guy, but yeah, his YouTube channel is it's wacky.
I mean, not to be, not to play on like stereotypes, but I mean, dude is from Florida.
Yeah, he's definitely Florida man for real. But
Yeah.
His
But we love
YouTube
it.
channel, yeah. Oh my God, Florida man is fun, and he's amazing, and he's super nice. And he's apparently a professional drunk driver, according to police reports.
I saw that.
Yeah, he said I'm a professional. I was like, that's what's up. That guy rules. But yeah, he's got his YouTube channel is like all like his custom like Quake and Doom maps, and then him and it's a video there's one called Dolls with Their Guns, and it's him showing off his collection of firearms, but speaking through his other collection, which is dolls. It's very and like I'm not saying it to like make fun. I'm just saying like this is like, hey man, it's content.
Yeah.
It's gold. It's
Yeah.
gold. It's hysterical. It's awesome. It's great. And,
Yeah. Send that to me right away.
I'm an avid follower of Dark Sprocket on YouTube, but I'll send you a link.
Hell yeah, man. Well, dude, I appreciate you coming on.
Yes,
Appreciate everybody tuning in.
Yes, I got to see a lot of good boys in the chat. I'm sure my girlfriend.
Yeah, that was cool.
So yeah, it was lots of nice lads in the chat today.
Hell yeah. And by the way, I went back and looked. You were my first submission on this page, believe it or not.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I put myself in. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw it. And I was just like, oh, there you go.
Yeah, I pulled some shit from Google, and then and put it on there just to have something on the page.
Yeah.
To make and then you and John Cook from Napalm Death are like the first two submitters.
Yeah, I saw it because like I follow Rings of Doom and Rings of Dad, and then I was like, I followed this, and I saw you posting all these sick rigs, like like Google or whatever. It doesn't matter because it's still fucking sick, Google or no Google. And I was just like, I remember like I just happened to have like posted a picture of my rig like the next day, and I just tagged because I saw. I was like, oh, Rings of Death.
Hell yeah.
I just happened to take that picture because I got I think it was like John hurt his hand and couldn't play guitar, so we were doing just one guitar player practice, and so I was running through my cab and his cab. I'm pretty sure it was the full stack picture, maybe, or it was when I first got my Crackle Warlock, but I was showing
It was the Crackle Warlock.
Okay, so it was when I first got that, and I was taking a picture of that and my pedals and stuff, and I was like,
yeah,
oh, I'll tag this new page. So,
you and John both have been big supporters of the page, and I appreciate that, honestly. Like,
dude, it's a great page, man.
Thank you.
I love looking at gear. I love death metal, so I love looking at rigs and death metal and rigs of death metal. So.
It's certainly not easy on the wallet, but it is cool.
yeah, for real.
But man, thank you again.
I found that hollow body for like $200. I was like, only $200,
Hell yeah. I need one too.
Bought in a while. Dude, Firefly. They went viral like 2 years ago or something like that.
Oh, you can't find them hardly. They sell out so quick.
Yeah. I had the Guitars Garden website, which is the one that like where you buy them on like my bookmarks, and like every day I was checking, and
That's smart.
I saw they put the blue ones up like for sale, and the spalted maple one, which was the one I really wanted, was still out of stock. And then I would check like once or twice a day because I saw they put the one up, and I was like, well, hopefully this means they put the spalted maple one up soon, and they did. And
Yeah.
I pulled the trigger. I had to put it. It's a If you have the chance, man, it's an awesome guitar.
One of these days, for sure.
Yeah.
I got a telly to kind of hold me over till then, but
I had to tell you for a minute. It's cool.
dude, thank you again so much. Thank you.
Thanks for having me, man. Let's do this again. This was fun. I love doing this kind of shit.
Absolutely. One of these days we'll get you, me, and John on here.
Let's do it. That'd be awesome.
Sick, man.
Yeah.
Well, dude, you have a good night, and you enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your horror convention. Send me some
I will.
pictures.
I will, man.
All right,
See
man.
you later.
See you, everybody.